As is the nature of the system under which we live, we have power-hungry psychopathic billionaires running mega corporations and the government, and what they're doing is trying to centralize their power in various industries. So what we have is basically a half dozen corporations that own 90+% of these various industries, like the mainstream media has been consolidated over the past few decades to only be ran by about 5 corporations. Same thing in the defense industry, same thing with scientific publishing, and many more industries as well. And then what's also happening is that these mega corporations, they buy up the so-called competitors. So people out there think, I want to stick it to the man, so I'm going to buy or support the quote-unquote alternative. And little do they know, the alternative is owned by the companies they're trying to stick it to. So, for instance, people want to stop smoking cigarettes. They think, I'm going to go with vapes. Well, many of these large vape companies are owned by Philip Morris and the tobacco companies like Juul, for instance. Or people say, I want to stick it to big oil, so I'm going to start investing in or buying up electric vehicles or renewable energy sources. Well, ConocoPhillips and other big oil companies are investing loads of money into alternative energy. So you think you're buying the competition, you think you're going alternative, but it's all owned, it's all centralized, the money's going to the top of the pyramid, point being. Same thing is happening in the natural organic vitamin market. You've got a handful of big mega corporations buying up huge swaths of the organic vitamin market. And I'm not talking about your big box crap Centrum or one-a-day vitamins. Those have been owned by mega corporations for a long, long time. I'm talking about the vitamin companies that market themselves as being natural and organic, that at one time might have been really solid companies, locally owned, mom and pop shops, but as they grew over the years and their revenue went up, mega corporations saw the opportunity to get that market share and ended up buying them up. And this really has happened over the last about 10 years. Since about 2010, 2011 is when these mega corporations started positioning themselves into the organic vitamin market and buying up loads of companies. And this is doing a few things. Number one, when these companies get bought out, they start watering down their products. Number two, these companies start pushing a bunch of DEI, diversity, inclusion bullshit. Anyway, that's beside the point of this video. Number three, this is probably the most insidious part, is that these organic vitamin brands that used to have really good relationships with small retailers, they stop selling to them, or they raise their prices like crazy on the small retailers. And the mega corporations that then own the organic vitamin brand, they only push that vitamin brand out to big box stores like Walmart, Costco, even throw Whole Foods in there, Safeway, Fred Meyer, whatever. So it's screwing the little guy. It's screwing the small business, local retail supplement shops. And I've witnessed this personally because I work with small local retail supplement shops. So it's screwing them. They either get the products at an incredibly high cost or they just can't get them anymore because organic vitamin brand, now owned by mega corporation, just won't sell to them and only pushes it out to big box stores. And then they get celebrities to promote this vitamin brand now through their connections and all that sort of shit, right? So in this video, we're going to walk through about 24 vitamin brands that at one point may have been great. But what's going on is that they got bought out, and a lot of people don't even know that some of these companies have been bought out by mega corporations. And the point of this video is we really need to be conscious consumers. Be aware of who owns the brands we're purchasing from, and we need to vote with our dollar, right? We need to understand that some of these alternatives are actually owned by the system. And we need to stop supporting that system. So, okay, let's go through this list. Our first offending company here, our first mega corporation is Clorox. Clorox has been buying up a few pretty big supplement brands. And either these mega corporations buy the supplement brand directly, or they buy that brand from the previous company that owned them. So sometimes it becomes difficult. It's like almost a shell company game, where it's the company that owns the company that got bought out by the mega corporation, right? So sometimes when you're doing your research on these vitamin brands, you have to kind of go through the grapevine. It can become difficult. Anyway, some of the companies that Clorox has recently bought out. Rainbow Light vitamins. Those ones are pretty popular in the supplement market. Rainbow Light bought out by Clorox. Natural Vitality bought out by Clorox. They make a very popular powdered magnesium drink called Calm. So Natural Vitality is now a Clorox product. Renew Life. This one's a bummer. Renew Life used to be a really good brand. They make digestive products, probiotics, enzymes, cleanses, things of that nature. They got bought out by Clorox. And who else? NeoCell as well. True Health. So those are some of the companies that Clorox has been buying up. Now let's move on to Nestle. Nestle is probably the biggest offender on this list. In 2011, Nestle started a subsidiary called Nestle Health Sciences, I think it's called. And the Nestle Health Sciences subsidiary aspect of their company started buying up shitloads of vitamin brands. This is a long list, so let's go through it. Garden of Life got bought out by Nestle in 2017. Garden of Life used to have incredible products. I loved their meal replacement. I took that all the time about 12 years ago. But when they got bought out by Nestle and I saw this with their proteins in their raw meal, it started to get watered down. And Garden of Life is now getting pushed out of small retailers, and Nestle is forcing them to go big box. They're also going pretty woke too. What else? Body Fortress, which is a pretty shitty sports nutrition brand. Pure Encapsulations, owned by Nestle. There's a lot of people out there that take Pure Encapsulations, so that is now a Nestle product. We've got Wobenzyme, OsteoBiflex joint products. Solgar is a vitamin brand that got bought out by Nestle, or the company that owned Solgar got bought out by Nestle, but there you go. Solgar Vitamins, now a Nestle product. Metrics, which is another kind of shitty sports nutrition brand, they're owned by Nestle. Vital Proteins, super popular collagen powder brand. Vital Proteins bought out by Nestle. And when they got bought out by Nestle, then Jennifer Aniston started promoting Vital Proteins products, being one of their spokespeople. So Nestle, with their big connections, big money, was able to get celebrity spokespeople for Vital Proteins. Now they're super popular mass-marketed collagen powder. So there's a few of the Nestle products now. Big bummer. Garden of Life and Vital Proteins. Bayer buying up a few supplement companies. Who do we have owned by Bayer? We've got Mega Red. They make krill oil and fish oils. That's Bayer. One A Day vitamins, I mentioned them earlier. They've been owned by Bayer for a while. So those Centrum, One A Day, Nature's Bounty, Nature Made, don't buy that shit. That's just garbage vitamins, garbage supplements. Who else do we have owned by Bayer? Digestive Advantage, Move Free, Joint Health, Airborne. I know Airborne's pretty popular. Immune Support Supplement. They're owned by Bayer, so lovely. What else? We've got Pfizer. Or no, Procter & Gamble. Let's do Procter & Gamble first. Metamucil, digestive powder. That stuff's crap. Don't take Metamucil for your fiber. They're owned by Procter & Gamble. Align Probiotics, 7C's, Neurobion. This one's a bummer. New Chapter. New Chapter vitamins got bought out years ago by Procter & Gamble. I remember that. I haven't seen, I'll be honest, I have not seen New Chapter's vitamins get watered down that much. Their products are actually still pretty darn good. But they're owned by Procter & Gamble, and they're going super woke. So I'm like, they're good products, but I don't really want to buy them, because I know that money's going to P&G. You also have some big capital investment companies buying up products like Onnit, the one that Joe Rogan promotes, Gero Formulas, Vega, Metagenics, those are all owned by big investment companies, not necessarily pharmaceutical companies, so I guess that's a little better, but still big, multi-billion dollar capital investment companies. Let us see who else we got on this list. Johnson & Johnson owns Zarbee's. Pfizer owns Centrum, big surprise. Pfizer owns Emergency. A lot of people love their little emergency packs for vitamin C. Pfizer product now, and Emergency isn't really all that good. There's better electrolyte vitamin C packs out there. Amazon, of course, acquired Whole Foods. Many people know that. Apollo Global Management owns Sprouts. Did you know? So Sprouts is owned by a big, massive, multi-billion-dollar company. And funny, Apollo Global Management was founded by one of Jeffrey Epstein's buddies. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. GNC. In 2020, GNC got bought out by a pharmaceutical company called Harbin Pharmaceuticals that is a Chinese state-owned pharmaceutical company. So GNC got bought out by a CCP-connected company. Lovely, right? Oh, man. Kraft buying up Primal Blueprint. I'm not familiar with Primal Blueprint. And a bunch of others as well. So anyway, point being is that these big, massive investment companies or pharmaceutical companies, they know that people are trying to be more healthy. They're buying supplements. The supplement market, vitamin market is growing like crazy, and it's projected to grow over the next 5, 10, 20 years. So these mega corporations, they want to position themselves in that market. They want to buy up the competition, right? People are trying to move away from big pharma. They're waking up to the big pharma racket. So, they want to buy supplements. Well, a lot of these supplements are owned by big pharma as well. So they want to buy up the competition, position themselves in the market, and screw the little guy. As I said earlier, screw the retailer, and people think that they're buying, alternative options. Another one that I failed to mention was Noon electrolyte tablets. They're also owned, I think, by Nestle or Clorox or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot of them out there. I just went through like a couple dozen, but in the next video, I'm going to talk with you guys on how to vet a supplement brand. Going through their label, going through their website, going through their social media, how to vet a company to make sure what you're buying is locally owned or privately owned or a small company where your money isn't going to some big transnational shitty corporation and you're still supporting local mom and pop shops and getting good products too, right? So anyway, vote with your dollar, friends, if we really want to change the world and screw the man, screw the system. We need to also vote with our dollars, make good choices with the products we consume, and not have our money end up going to the top of the pyramid. That's all for this one, guys.